Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF back again, bringing you episode 17 of Let's Try Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2025. Oh my gosh, I'm so hyped to play today's game because, yes, this should be the second game on our schedule. If you didn't see last episode, it's a must see, in my opinion. Shows us playing our first game, and it was awesome. It was amazing. It was crazy. It was all those things and more. So I would pause this and go check that out and then come back and we can get into game 2 of the season, the young season, in our non-conference part of the schedule. Sorry if I sound a little weird. I have a bit of a sub under the tongue still. We go up against Southern, who has not played yet. Quad records. So was Louisiana State a quad 4? Is that what that was? 1-0 against them. Our morale is good. We have $5 to our name. We have a 46% chance to win the game against Southern. We'll view them in a second. See our team leaders, Nick O'Connor, 27 minutes. Duplessis with 21 points. Connor had 4 assists. I think a couple others maybe had 4 too. O'Connor with 13 boards. Mitchell, Javon Mitchell of all people, with 2 blocks. He is 6'4". I didn't realize that. And Ivan Carroll with 2 steals. So doing his thing defensively. So here we are. In the Mid-Eastern Conference, it looks like, points per game, we're 7th in the country because we scored 90. Rebounds per game, we're 7th. We had 44. Assists, 37, 16. And opponents' point per game, 77, is 37th. Win streak of 1. We have an inbox to check. Let's see what else. Let's look at the stats. I didn't get to look at the stats last episode, or at the box score of Louisiana State. So let's see if we can get to Louisiana State here. There they are. So let's see what they did against us. So actually, Jared Robinson led the way with 15, but so did Hector Latimer, their center. Those 2 guys killed us, especially in the first half. Felipe Jacobson, their star sophomore. Wow, he's just going to get better, but he only had 11. And then Josh Campbell had 11. Michael Reed had 10. A few others chipped in, but yeah, they didn't do much against us in the second half. It was really the second half that we took over. Delron Parquette, the freshman small forward, 5 points, but 3 steals, 2 assists, 4 total rebounds. We kind of beat them at a lot of categories last episode. Let me see here. Look at shooting stats. Advanced stats, miscellaneous stats. So we should look at some stats of our team, though, while we're here. And kind of figure out stats key. Okay, so that tells you everything. Postseason per game, per 40 minutes. Let's look at those stats. That's interesting. So per 40 minutes, Curtis Muhammad. See, those stats need more time to percolate. Now, Duplessis, 35. Waylon George, 32. Where's Nick in this? Nick, 23.7. So these need a few games to percolate, but that is funny. Can we get the over-under? I'm not sure what these stats mean at all. No one got a tech. No one took any charges. A/teach. Touches. Assists per touches. That's a stat I've never heard of. I don't really follow basketball and stuff today, but Robert White had the most assists per touches. Nick and Ivan did okay. So did Tim Jones, actually. Turnovers per touches. No one really over 1. Tim Jones also had the most turnovers per touches, as did Ivan Carroll. Touches. We got to get Nick more than 77 touches. There's no reason. Wait, Curtis Muhammad didn't have 140 touches. What the heck is going on here? Why does he have 140? Oh, that's a glitch in the stats. No. What's that? Shoot. Shots faced. He didn't face. What? Shots faced? P-Tau points allowed? Tim Jones allowed the most points. Robert White was up there too. And Javon Mitchell. Turnovers forced. Oh, Javon Mitchell doing his thing. Doug Price, he was our lucky baller. He was just lucky for us. Every time we put him in, we did really good. Percentage of drives stopped. Robert White stopped them all. So did Nick O'Connor. So did Tim Jones. Joel Boone, surprisingly. Drives faced. Not sure how there can be a half there. I don't know. 5.9. Stephen Favors faced the most drives and drives stopped. Too bad there's not a percentage of this. Tim Jones stopped all the drives that he faced. So did Nick. So did Robert White. Waylon didn't stop a couple. Jerron didn't stop a couple. Jovan didn't stop a couple. And Joel Boone stopped all of his. Okay, now let's see if we can find, is it stat totals? Here we go. Here's the touches. So let's look at top touches. Javon Mitchell, Charles Lake, Nick O'Connor. Okay, that's better. Yeah, that's pretty much perfect, actually. Maybe Ivan Carroll can get a few more touches. Charge Tech. What is this? Oh, okay. Now, how do I see per 40 minutes? Losing my light here, guys. Oh. They're probably advanced stats. And this is per 40 minutes. I see the net. Charles Lake. We're minus 69.7. I don't see how that is possible. Maybe these stats need more time. For some reason, Curtis Muhammad's usage rate was 84, which is, too high. But they'll start to average out more, I'm sure. Offensively, we were 53.3 in the plus with Charles Lake. I don't understand these stats at all. Oh, off the floor. Okay, on the floor, we were minus 16 with Charles Lake. Off the floor, we were plus 53. Robert White on. Okay. So Robert White, yeah, I kind of felt that way too. He wasn't playing that great. 2.9 player efficiency rating. Jerron Duplessis, bad for Boone. Stephen Favors, Nick O'Connor was high. Yep. Javon Mitchell, Waylon George, Doug Price. His net is the highest. I'm not surprised by that, actually. Way sky high. Javon Mitchell, Ivan Carroll. And the nickel, these aren't the end all be all stats. Jerron Duplessis with an 80.8 effective field goal percentage. That is crazy. True shooting percentage. 75% for Waylon George. Offensive rebound percentage, Nick O'Connor. Defensive rebound, Curtis Muhammad for some reason again. And Nick O'Connor. I wonder if some of the stats got bugged for Curtis because we only played him a couple minutes. But we'll hope they just balance out. But anyway, I didn't want to look at stats the whole time here. Let's go to our inbox. Interesting, though. Oh, okay. So next up is Southern. So we have to look at the Southern scouting report. They haven't played a game yet. Mississippi Valley Athletic Conference, net number 311. Let's take a look. They have a 54% chance of winning, Power forward Chris Jackson is their best player. Offensive style, they run a fast-paced offense, allows their players some offensive freedom outside of their sets. In the half court, they sport a balanced attack with their primary set being the shuffle offense. Defensive style, Southern seems to press a lot. In the half court, their primary defense is man-to-man, and for pressure defense, they go with full court man-to-man. No advantage at point guard, shooting guard, small forward. At power forward, we have the advantage with Nick. But at center, they have the advantage with power forward Chris Jackson. And then our bench, well, we have the advantage for now, but we had a pretty nice bench outing there. Go to opponent. Oh, okay. We can go to opponent. Again, they haven't played yet. They have the 312th recruiting class. They have available scholarship. Let us borrow that. Okay. Player impact estimate. So that's cool that you can go to their dashboard. But yeah, that's Southern. We don't want to watch any other games, but this is what's happening in the Mississippi Valley Athletic. Let's those were two scouting reports that we didn't have yet. Do we have to recruit still? I don't remember. Not that we can do anything, but we do have 100% recruit left. We have no budget left. And, well, that's Plinio. We don't care about him too much. I mean, we should... Wait, this is interested recruits. If we go to our call and watch lists, we have no data available. No one's on our watch list? That's weird. What happened there? Huh. I guess it's just a quiet time. Quinn Andrews, 6'7" power forward from Wisconsin. Well, we'll see if location, playing time, money. Add him to the call list. Any two-star recruits interested? Corey Moore. We like him. Not that we can do much. Except add him to the call and watch list. I guess we get a fresh one now. 6'5" point guard. We like that. We can't even watch film. But location, Alabama. Like a stat sheet. 6-foot shooting guard, 2-star. Add him, recruit him. Where's he from? Mississippi. Location. It's a nice stat sheet for a 6'3" point guard from New Orleans. Add him to the list. There's Brian Woodward. He's pretty decent. 6'7", 210. I like that. I like him a lot. He's from Georgia. Get a few with him. We're not going to go through everybody, obviously. We're just going through a few peeps here. Leonard Blackwell. 3.7 steals per game. 6'3" shooting guard. And he's from Florida. We must be just in the Atlantic East region. Corey Woodley. Macon. Wait a minute. Are these guys already Florida International? These guys are already oh, brother. They're already committed. You got to go to the high school ones. Yeah. He's cool. Oh, it's Marlon Crawford. Add him to the call list. We've been trying to recruit him. Curtis McNeil. Bishop Grimes High School. I don't know. Did he say that he wasn't interested in this school? He looks pretty interested a little bit. Plinio. Sam Ridnour. Fairfield High School, 6'6", 197. We'll add him. Location, Alabama. All right. So that'll be it for this week. Recruiting. That's all we really wanted to do. Yeah, we added a couple guys. Oh, well. All right. Let's get to the game, guys. Prepared for a little bit of a longer episode, probably. We're going to play sim games and see. Oh, Shannon Frederick, small forward, Daytona Beach, scored 25 points in Daytona Beach's 78-95 loss to Indiana State. Frederick added 3 assists, 3 rebounds on 10 of 12 shooting. Nice. Box scores we can view. If you know what those symbols mean. Guess you can click them and, oh, that's cool. Wow, you can even see box scores. That's pretty awesome. All right, back to games. View game chart. What's that? Oh, that's cool. I'd like to view the game chart for our box score, actually, if we went back a little bit. No injured players. Southern hasn't played yet. We're 192 net. They're 311. Wait a minute. Is this a revamped schedule, or did they give us... Don't tell me they messed up the schedule. I created a schedule. I did all this off conference. San Francisco. Okay, Brooklyn's there. Staten Island's there. Okay, so this is the schedule we chose. Okay. Southern Panthers. All right, let's go, son. We're going to jump into it. And let's see what happens in the Sims. New Rochelle beat Wisconsin. Kentucky over Arkansas State. North Carolina over East Tennessee. Number 10, Iowa State over Cal Santa Barbara. Number 9, Milwaukee over Southern Nashville. Moraga over New Mexico State. Virginia Commonwealth over Wichita State. Boise State over Akron. West Georgia over Wyoming in a close one. Elon over DeLand. Florida Gulf Coast over Mississippi Valley State. Jacksonville over Evansville. Kennesaw State over Eastern Kentucky. West Virginia goes to 2-0 over Eastern Washington. Idaho over Cleveland State. Montana over Teaneck. Montana State over Coppin State. Northern Colorado over Erie. Texas A&M over Portland State. Sacramento State over Southeast Louisville. Tennessee Martin over Weber State. Kansas over Peoria. Oklahoma State over Tennessee Tech. Texas Christian over Northern Iowa. Texas Tech over Charlotte. Towson over number 17 Waco. Florida International over North Andover. Philly over Western Kentucky. Grambling over Jersey City. Colorado State over Lawrenceville. Southeast Louisiana over Lewiston. Ludenville over Central Arkansas. Poughkeepsie over Northwestern State. Texas Arlington over Delaware State. Morgan State over Oregon State. Brooklyn over Norfolk State. South Carolina State over North Florida. Central Connecticut State over Navy. Southern Indiana over Staten Island. Provo over Clarksville. Jacksonville State over Louisiana Lafayette. Missouri over 24 Arizona. Louisiana Monroe over North Eaton over McNeese State. Los Angeles Jesuit over Southeast Houston. Oh my goodness. Okay. Human Control, we're away again at the Southern Arena. Let's go, son. It's our starting lineup. We have to worry about their senior center. Wish they had height stats here. Height and weight, but okay. Can I click these guys? No, not much I can do here except go to tip-off. Here we go. All right, so before tip, obviously we get a chance to look things over. Offense. We're going to start out running the Princeton with a high pace, good amount of freedom. Look for threes. Defense, we're going to start out in man-to-man. Full court, we want to turn that down. And a little bit of defensive intensity up a bit. Then we got defense, and we got matchups. I think I want Nick to cover Chris Jackson. So let's have Nick O'Connor cover Chris Jackson and Tim Jones cover Ernie Lockwood. Make subs, timeout strategy. All right, let's tip the ball off and get her underway. At Southern. Don't know why it has Wolverine Studios, though, if we're at Southern. They come out playing man-to-man. Duplessis with the ball. Let's go, and White comes away with the offensive board. Tron Duplessis gets a pass. Duplessis sinks a 3 in his second attempt. Will Phillips brings the ball over half court, already arguing to the ref. Pass taken by Lockwood, guarded by Tim Jones. Lockwood misses, but Wilson the offensive board and put back. Comes Charles Lake. They're not pressing either. Charles Lake down to Robert White. Defensive foul. Walls is going to be charged with that foul. That's his first, number 1 on him. Okay, let's just play it on. Charles Lake. Duplessis. Pass is taken by White. Duplessis wasting no time, though. Getting back to his scoring. Nick O'Connor. Foul. Lockwood whistled for the foul. Very good. So we're getting them in foul trouble early. Pass taken by White. It's Nick O'Connor. We're looking for threes. White for 3. Tim Jones, the offensive rebound. Nick on the cut. Brings it back out. To Lake. Lake puts up a shot and it's a brick. Chris Jackson, the defensive rebound. Here's Matt Walls. Will Phillips. Lockwood with the ball. Back to Walls. They're clearing out a bit. White is going to be charged with the foul. It's foul number 1 on him. And we have 1 timeout per half, I guess, and 3 30-second timeouts. Phillips with the ball. Phillips let one go. It's a brick. Nick O'Connor with the rebound. We're pushing the pet tempo. Robert White gets a pass. Jackson arguing with the refs. Whoa, that was a horrible pass out of bounds by White. Robert White. Kind of struggling a little bit in the first game. Oh, pass intended for Jackson was knocked out of bounds. A dead ball situation. They retain possession. We're up 3-2. Jackson with the ball, guarded by Nick. Nick way out on the 3-point line there. Jumper. Walls rattled one home. 20-foot jump shot. Lake brings it across the timeline. White the ball. White with a nice crossover. Tim Jones get the offensive rebound. Jones puts one in. No, the ref is waving off the basket and calling a travel. 2 offensive rebounds for Tim Jones, though. Nice way to start. Got to keep an eye on Robert White, though. Jumper goes by Matt Walls. He's got 4 points. Charles Lake, Duplessis. White with the ball. Pass taken by Duplessis. Little 2-man game. Nick. Charles Lake. In the corner to White. Back to Lake. Nick down low. Pulls it back out a little bit. To Duplessis. Back to Nick. Gotta shoot it. Puts up a shot. The ball bounces out of bounds. Ernie Lockwood with the block on Nick. Okay. Dead ball. I don't like this. I don't like how we came out here playing so far. I'm going to immediately go with Robert White has an assist and a rebound. All right, let's just let it go a little further. Gotta get a little bit better though. Oh, I didn't do my practice plan. That's troubling. Forgot to do the practice plan for the week. Jackson with the ball, guarded by Nick. Chris Jackson for 3 from way downtown. All right, we need a score here. Though we didn't come out good in the first half. Oh, Chris Jackson with the steal. We didn't come out good in the first half. Last game either. Ricky Wilson. Robert White intercepts the pass and goes the distance for 2. What a jam on the break by White. Robert White. It's pretty nice. Ernie Lockwood out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by the defense. Let's try to motivate the team. Show praise for Robert White. Not showing any response. Well, we have the defensive intensity. Let's turn full court up a little bit, actually. And 5 minutes in. I think we need a little bit of a spark plug. Let's bring in Javon Mitchell and Stephen Favors. Go to our bench early. And we'll keep running Princeton. We need a bit of a spark here. Foul Favors, but Ernie Lockwood can't hit the mark. Let's try running some flex. A little more offensive freedom. Defensively, I like it. Strategy, okay. Just going to get 2 shots. Brick the first one. Hits the second. And they're pressing. Javon Mitchell with the ball. To Duplessis. Trying to get on track. Chris Jackson with the steal. Duplessis with the second turnover. And Matt Walls from Chris Jackson. He's got 6. Duplessis charging back the other way. Favors arguing with the ref. Nick O'Connor gets a pass. Lockwood charged with the foul. That's foul number 2 on him. That's good for us. Let's toss it in. You know what? We're going to have to get Duplessis out of there, though. Let's get Waylon George in for Duplessis. Duplessis missed it badly, but he's going to the foul line, which is good. Buries the first. Okay, we want Waylon George in for him. I guess it'll... Not sure how this works. Okay, we did get a chance after he makes the second one. All right, Waylon George. Well, Duplessis has 5 points. I don't know if I want to take him out just yet. Let him run. Let's go to a small lineup. Robert White is playing very well for us. I want to get George in, but you know what? Let's go like this. Nick, Robert, go with the 3-guard lineup. Yeah, try that out. We're pressing a little bit. Phillips dribbles to the top of the key. Jackson with the pass. Wilson with the ball. Wilson shoots. Jerron Duplessis with the rebound, and we're pushing it. Referee warns Phillips. Waylon George. Over to Jovan Mitchell. Pass taken by George. Duplessis inside. To George. Pass taken by Mitchell. They're playing some good defense. Trying to get Waylon George an open shot. There's Nick finally getting a touch. It's White. 1 second left. Oh, I thought there was. Waylon George misses badly. It was blocked by Chris Jackson. His second block, I think. Chris Jackson, yep, no, has one block. Shot by Ricky Wilson. Made a layup. Exploiting our lack of size. We're down 7. O'Connor shows some fancy dribbling. Goes to the rim. Shots off the mark, but draws the foul. We need a 30-second timeout for one. Timeout, okay. Man, we're kind of getting rocked right now. I mean, we can try superstar Dougie Price. Duplessis isn't that tired, though. He has 2 turnovers. I'm gonna go with what we got going, but timeout strategy. Try to motivate the team. Nick O'Connor. Show concern. Not showing any response. We'll choose a 3-pointer with Javon Mitchell, getting Waylon George going. And everything else is good. Nick at the line for 2. Buries the first. Misses the second. Outlet pass. Pass is in the seats, folks. Dead ball, turnover. They have the momentum right now a little bit. Okay, that's good for us. Javon Mitchell. Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell for 3. We needed that. Little full court press. Maybe these non-conference games all have the same arena. Robert White with the board. We're pushing it. We may have numbers. Waylon George. Jerron Duplessis. Will Phillips picks up the pass from Duplessis, his 3rd turnover, and it leads to a Chris Jackson dunk. Nick O'Connor has been held in check. Javon Mitchell working with O'Connor. O'Connor hesitant to show up in this game like he did in last game. George with the ball. Nobody wants to shoot. Back to White. Mitchell. O'Connor. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Duplessis, shoot it. Mitchell catches the pass. Puts up a shot and hits at the buzzer of the shot clock. We're only down 3. Defensive breakdown right there. But we're back at it. Jackson now guarded by White. Ricky Wilson with the shot. Now they're pressing a little bit. A man press. Pass intended for White was knocked out of bounds. So it's a timeout. They take a timeout, I guess. Or it's a TV timeout type deal. Chris Jackson, no, I want Nick guarding him. My bad. I should have had that on. Oh, that's play-by-play, I guess. PBP. Anyway. White is playing well for us, but let's bring back in let's bring in Steven Favors. Nick will go back to the 4. And Nick is still guarding him, okay. Offense. Let's go back and try the Princeton again. You know what? Let's try 5 out a little bit. Defense, man-to-man, full court. If we go to our lineup, Mitchell, Duplessis, George, O'Connor, Favors. Yeah, we can play 5 out with that. Oh, I want to do a timeout strategist, try to motivate the team. Entire team, show concern. Players are showing some signs of life. Nice. And we'll choose a play. I still want to set up Waylon George for a 3. He's not done anything as of yet. Boom. Play a set. Let's go. Javon Mitchell. The ball to Waylon George. He's got the look. He doesn't have the look. Waylon George off the dribble. Missed. Jackson pulls down his 3rd board. Pass taken by Thornton. At least they ran the play a little bit. We're down 5. Scholl with the pass. Chapman for 2. Here comes Jerron Duplessis. Dribbling the ball over half court. Comes Nick. Two-man game with Duplessis. Back to Nick. George with the ball. Jackson going to be charged with the foul. It's foul number 1 on him. Nice. Nice. I'm going to play them on play my guys on a tightrope. 1 more and they're in the bonus. They're in the penalty now. No, not the bonus. I'm sorry, the penalty. They're in the penalty. George puts up a shot and hits the deuce. Finally gets one to go. And we're within 5. Thornton with the ball. Jerron Duplessis commits the foul. It's number 1 on him. Javon Mitchell, Duplessis. I don't even want to sit Duplessis or Nick Connor. Ivan Carroll hasn't even seen the floor yet. Let's bring in Ivan Carroll for Favors. And Nick. No, Ivan Carroll will just play a small center. Well, no, Nick go to center. Matchups. Chris Jackson. We want Nick guarding him. Alrighty. That should be good. Of course, this is probably a better team than the first one we played. Thornton miss. Ivan Carroll with the board. Javon Mitchell. Waylon George trying to heat up a little. Fancy dribbling goes to the rim. Scholl rebounds the ball. Waylon George got blocked again by Chris Jackson. The 3-ball not... Well, the 3-ball... We're 2 for 6, so... We need to shoot more 3s, actually. Thornton drops 1 for 3. Javon Mitchell. Jerron Duplessis. Duplessis lets a 3 go. Off the mark. Matt Walls with the 2nd board. Thornton to Scholl. Down 8. Largest lead of the night. Scholl misses. Waylon George gets the board. Outlet to Javon Mitchell. Javon Mitchell misses. I'm going to work the ref a little bit. Referee ignores the coach. Maynard Thornton. Thornton misses. Jerron Duplessis another board. Outlet to Javon Mitchell. To Carroll. Foul. Thornton. All right. We're going to the line for 2. Or for 1. And it's Ivan Carroll. Missed, and the ball rebounded. That's not good. Duplessis is that foul number 2, so that's a good time to get someone else in. And Nick is dead tired, so let's have let's actually bring in Tim Jones and Dougie Price, and move with a lineup like that. Defensive intensity turn up one more notch. Full court turn up one more notch. Offense, 5 out, hasn't been that effective. Little more offensive freedom. Little more offensive crash boards. Let's go. At least we're not fouling too much, although we did up the defensive pressure. Dang, Carl Dawson with a long 2. We still have timeouts. We still have our full timeout. Price with the ball. To Carroll. Carroll puts up a shot and misses. Sullivan to Chapman. Dawson with the ball. Back to Chapman. We're down. Oh, George whistled for the foul on a 17-foot jumper. Man. Hits the first. Let's work the ref a little. Ignored me. Let's drop into a little... I'm afraid of 2-3 zone. They're going to start raining threes on us. Down 11, though. Now we're down 12. Take a full timeout. There we go. All right, guys. Entire team, we got us. I'm gonna scream. Players not responding. Choose play. We're gonna play. No wonder I have a terrible lineup out there. We gotta rethink this. Let's see, 8 minutes left in the half. Let's get Joel Boone, see if he can be a bit of spark plug, because Waylon George is doing nothing. And then Mitchell will go to the 2 guard. And that's all. Robert White. Oh, Charles Lake. I forgot all about him because he wasn't doing anything. I'm so sorry, Charles Lake. Get him in there. Move Mitchell to the 2 and get Robert White back in for Ivan Carroll. Let's try that. They're pressing, man press. Mitchell calmly beats it, dribbles the ball over. Pass taken by Price. 5 out. Price lets one go. Charles Lake, offensive board. Foul. Nice. So Charles Lake drains the first one. We're down 11. Yeah, keep playing. Charles Lake immediately coming in and making an impact. Matchups. Okay, with Gucci. Ricky Wilson. Scholl. They don't have Jackson out there, who's been beasting us. 6 points for Ricky Wilson, though. Scholl misses. Will Phillips, the offensive board. We have no blocks this game. Wilson puts one in. No, the ref calls a travel. Let's take a quick look at our stats. You have no blocks, 1 steal, 5 turnovers to their 3. We're not shooting well at all. They're shooting very well. Wonder if I can make them miss a little with a 2-3 zone, though. Javon Mitchell. Robert White. He played well earlier. To Charles Lake. Lake puts up a shot. It's a brick. This is the 3. Jordy Sullivan. To Will Phillips. Carl Dawson. Ricky Wilson. On offense, let's run. Let's try the Princeton again. Tim Jones with his 3rd board. Here comes Charles Lake. It's Robert White. Tim Jones. Jones pass for Charles Lake sails out of bounds. Dead ball turnover. Nick O'Connor's still tired. Let's get the Duplessis in for Mitchell. And that'll be it. Oh, on defense, let's settle into a 2-3 zone. Referee warns Charles Lake. Nice defense there by Robert White. We're supposed to be in a 2-3. Not sure if we are yet. Good defense by Tim Jones. Dougie Price. Great defense here. Dawson. Wilson with the ball. Maybe the zone is... It still looks like man-to-man, though. We might have to call a timeout. Good D, though. Dawson, 4 on the clock, 3. Shoots and rattles it home. Comes Charles Lake. We have 2 30-second timeouts left. Jerron Duplessis. Might still be running 5 out. Works the defense with some ball handling, and Tim Jones, a beautiful finger roll. The big man getting on the board. Looks like we're in a 2-3 now, and they immediately smack down a 3-pointer. Yeah, that's my cue to go back to man-to-man. Ref ignores Sullivan's arguing. Tim Jones gives it to Doug Price. Price is trying to go to the hole. Wilson is charged, and Price wishes he could have that one back. Let's take a 30-second timeout as well. And even though Nick has played really poorly, he has 1 point. Duplessis is back in. Let's bring back in Nick. Doug Price has done nothing. And then when we get a chance, we're going to bring Robert White right back in. Price is hitting the free throws. But we can't do it yet. Miss. No offensive board. Leave Price out there for the moment. Foul on Doug Price. So let's get Robert White back out there. Oh, I didn't set up a play either. I'm slacking. Offense, we're running to Princeton. All right, let's go. Referee ignores Phillips. Let's work the ref a little bit. Ignored the coach. Charles Lake to Robert White. White lets a 3 go and nails it. It's maybe a sign of life for us. Foul. Tim Jones whistles for the foul. That's number 1 on him. Looks like we're both in the bonus, so they're going to get two free throws. Misses the first one, though. Oh, they didn't get 2. We're in the bonus next foul, I guess. Charles Lake to Duplessis. Trying to get something going offensively. Phillips charged with the foul. Nice. Duplessis misses the first. Let's turn the freedom down a little bit. Let's try to run the offense. Duplessis drains the second. We're down 10. Defense, a little more full court. Jordy Sullivan. Scholl with the ball. Puts up a shot and hits it. His first two. Lake dribbles up. Top of the key. Jerron Duplessis. Pass taken by Tim Jones. Tim Jones is fouled. Nice. Foul number 2. So we're getting to the foul line. Tim Jones knocks down the first. 4:38 left in the half. Let's move White to the 4. And Nick has, look at his Nick stat sheet. 1 point, 1 rebound. Are you kidding me? And let's get Joel Boone. Let's try to shake it up a little bit. Put Lake at the 3. You know what? Honestly, I'm getting rid of Duplessis too. He has 6 points, 4 assists. Well, 3 turnovers though. Let's give him a bit of a breather here. Missed a second. Offensive rebound. Another foul. Lake didn't get it to drop, but a nice offensive board for Lake, and he'll go to the line for 2. Nails the first. Nails the second. Charles Lake, 4 for 4 from the line. Full court press. Momentum is even. Armstrong with the ball. Guarded by White. Sullivan. Foul. Jones commits the foul. That's the second on him. Miss. Lake with the rebound. Outlets to Joel Boone. Charles Lake in the corner. Lake shoots, misses the 3. I mean, we're going to live and die with that 3, it seems, because I'm looking for them. Maybe I can turn that off in the second half and go with a more balanced attack, because we're 3 for 13 from 3. We want to shoot 3s, but if we're not making them, I don't really know what to do. Dawson with the ball. Foul. Lake commits the foul. It's the first on him. Bailed them out. And a timeout. Let's work the ref a little bit. Timeout strategy. Motivate the team. Entire team. Praise. Players are not responding. Kind of wanted to do it that way. Let's not look for 3s, I guess. 2 for 1, though, when the time comes. And we'll go with this lineup. Mix the first. Mix the second. All right, let's give it a go. Here comes Mitchell. Javon Mitchell. Jones in the corner. Pass is taken by Lake. Joel Boone. Robert White. Javon Mitchell. To Jones. Fallon Jackson. Nice. We are getting to the foul line, guys, but we're only shooting 66% there. Lake is 5 for 5. He's not a reason why. Misses that one. I had to open my mouth. We're down 10. Edmund Armstrong. Guarded by Jones. Boom. Finally a miss. Robert White with the board. We push it. Pass is taken by Javon Mitchell. Tim Jones. Mitchell with the ball. Robert White arguing with the ref. Jumper by Javon Mitchell. He's got 8. Was that a 3? It was a 3-pointer. 7-point game. Edmund Armstrong to Matt Walls. They don't have Jackson out there, that's why. I like this lineup they have out there. Sullivan, foul. White commits the foul. It's a second on him. As good as he's playing in the last 241, do we have a timeout left? We have 1 30-second timeout. Let's get Nick in for White and keep the same lineup, actually. We're in the bonus plus. All right, 30-second timeout. We'll draw up, try to motivate the team. Charles Lake, praise him. No response. Choose play. Let's get a pick and roll with Charles Lake and Nick O'Connor. Come on, that's got to do something. Boone with the ball. Advances past midcourt. To Mitchell. They're not running the play yet. They're not running the play at all. Tim Jones gets a pass. To Mitchell. To Charles Lake. Maybe now we'll run a pick and roll. Charles Lake hits a 3 from deep. His first out of 4 attempts, which isn't good, but we're closest we've been in a while, down only 6. And it's because they don't have their good players out there. Philip Chapman. They're shooting crazy percentages, though. Over 50% from the floor, 56%. Matt Walls. Jordy Sullivan inside, guarded by Nick. Edmund Armstrong. Looking to take his man to the basket and made it look easy there. 2 points for the center, Edmund Armstrong. Comes Boone. Looks like we're running the offense nice here. Tim Jones. Joel Boone. Shows some fancy dribbling. Goes to the rim and a beautiful finger roll for Joel Boone. We're down 6. Nice play. Sullivan. Guarded by Mitchell. Armstrong again. Puts it on the floor, ignores Sullivan, and Edmund Armstrong throws it down. The big guy showing some life here. Joel Boone. Boone for 3, misses. Philip Chapman with it. Armstrong again. He's feeling it. We're down 8. If we can make a little push here. Matt Walls for 3. We're down 11 again. Boone dribbles to the top of the key. Lake with the ball. Lake shoots a 3. It's a brick. Got a 2 for 1, though. Jordy Sullivan. Maynard Thornton throws a terrible pass over the head of Armstrong. All right, maybe now, let's see. Jones really needs a break. Let's get an offensive group out here for the last play here. 4 guards and Stephen Favors. I don't know how this is going to work, but it's just for our last offensive play. So, let's see what we can do. Norris Favors, who's not happy. Mitchell with the ball. Mitchell gets in double digits with 10, but they have 20 seconds to take advantage of this lineup we have out there right now. Charles Lake at the 4. He's got 3 rebounds, but Lake guarding on defense. George guarding Wells. Under 10 seconds. If we can get a stop here, that'd be great. No, they hit a 3. Joel Boone, 4-1. Puts up a desperation shot, but misses. Oh my gosh. We're down 12, and they're en route to score 100. Carl Dawson, 11 points, 4 boards. They're killing us in the paint. We might have to go to the 2-3 zone. We got them in second chance points, and they're beating us on the break, but not really much. All right, let's take a look at our stats here. Pretty much stuck with the same peeps for the most part. We're minus with everybody in terms of over-under. Nick O'Connor, 0 for 1. This is college basketball, son. You know, this type of stuff happens. 1 rebound. Robert White is playing okay. 5 points, 3 rebounds. Tim Jones, 3 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist. DePlesis, 6 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. That's pretty nice. And a whole lot of zeros on the bench. Javon Mitchell, 10 points. All right, well, let's see. Second half tip-off. Let's get our starters back in. Charles Lake. DePlesis. Robert White. Nick Connor. Tim Jones. And offense. Princeton was not working. Let's try flex. And just a little more offensive freedom. And yeah, we'll look for threes. Defense, we might try 2-3 zone to start. Full court and intense. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. Maybe try the 1-2-2 half court trap. Matt Walls gets the pass. Pass taken by Wilson, who's got 11, I think. Shoots from way downtown. Ricky Wilson, no, he's got 9 points. We're down 15. Jones, O'Connor with the ball. DePlesis gets it. Pass is taken by White. Not sure this defense they're playing, but White's pass gets taken by Ricky. Chris Jackson steals the pass. Yeah, we're kind of getting crushed. And I don't know how to turn it around. Wilson with a textbook jumper. Just, you know, you win some, you lose some, but right now we're down 17. Tim Jones. They're in some kind of defense. We're running flex. Oh, they're in man-to-man. Javon DePlesis. Nobody that confident to shoot the ball. Robert White to Lake. O'Connor. Take it to the rim. O'Connor puts it on the floor finally. Foul. And it barely grazed the rim, but at least he's shooting 2. Nice attempt. It's the first. It's the second. All right, Wikuchi, I guess. Finally a miss. Looks like an offensive rebound, and Ernie Lockwood puts it back in. Meanwhile, I'm ready to make a substitution already. Robert White. O'Connor. Let's see if he gets going here. Lake. Not sure what's up with their defense. It's not working right. Oh, they're in a 1-2-2 zone. Charles Lake. That's taken by DePlesis. Foul on Phillips. All right, I want to make a quick sub here and get Javon Mitchell in the game. So we'll move Robert White to the 4 and go with a 3-guard look, but put Javon Mitchell at a point guard and put Lake at the 3. Let's try that. Here we go. Next time we'll call a 30-second timeout and set up a play. O'Connor. They're in man-to-man again. O'Connor with the miss. We're in a 2-3. A miss. Robert White with the board. Gerard Duplessis. They're in man-to-man. It's White. Nick O'Connor again. Let's see if he can make something happen. Duplessis. Back to O'Connor. Two-man game. Javon Mitchell. Looks like he might have a three. To O'Connor. Foul. Rattles in and out. Another foul on the jumper. All right. Let's roll with it. Nick's starting to be heard from in the second half, but is it too little too late already? I mean, we're down 16 big ones. Robert White yelling to the refs. Let's try to work the refs a little. Referee considers the complaint. Oh. As they hit a three, we're down 19. White fouled. Very nice. So let's give the guys more offensive freedom and see if that helps. Robert White putting in a much better performance today than last game. Hits them both. Let's also on defense try a little 2-2-1 half-court trap. Oh, we did a man press there, but that might take place next dead ball or something. Well, Phillips, we're in a 2-3. They hit another outside shot. Three-point jumper. We're down 20. That play doesn't seem to be working, the 2-3. But neither was offense. Oh, there's a three by Javon Mitchell. Now we're in the 2-2-1 half-court trap. Trying to make something happen. They break it. We're back into man. They're not running a play. Jackson, beats O'Connor in a slam dunk. We're running the flex still. It's been working a little bit. It's our defense that's been bad. O'Connor. Taylor takes a shot. Taryn Scholl with the block. Let's try running the Princeton. Ricky Wilson, another jumper. Biggest lead of the game for them. We're down 21. Duplessis for three. That could maybe spark something a little bit. Half-court trap. Didn't really work. It's okay, though. Phillips attacking the rim and gets it to fall. We're down 20. And our defense has just been really bad. Duplessis. Horrible pass out of bounds by Duplessis. His fourth turnover. He's got 9 points, but 4 turnovers. Motivate the entire team. Scream. Players are not responding. I don't even know who to bring in at this point. Just play. 2-2-1 half-court trap. Nick O'Connor steals the pass. Gives it to Javon Mitchell. Finally, we get them to make a turnover. Charles Lake. To White. Lake with the ball. Lake's pass for Robert White sails out of bounds. We're down 20. Ernie Lockwood receives the pass. Jackson again. He's only got 7 points, but they've put in a really nice effort from a lot of people. Ricky Wilson, Phillips. Defensive foul. Jerron Duplessis, number 3 on him. I don't really care. Just leave him out there. Let's see. Just play. Down 20. Gave him more freedom. Maybe that's what they needed. Actually, maybe I needed to tighten up the offense and not as much freedom. Jackson. Mitchell steals from Chris Jackson. Mitchell to Charles Lake. Pass taken by Duplessis. Lake with the ball. To Duplessis. Nick O'Connor. To Javon Mitchell. Robert White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lake with the ball. Lake's going to attack the rim and scores. Hits the deuce. He's in double digits. Half-court trap broken again. Oh, Nick O'Connor with another steal. Down 18. Plenty of time left. Javon Mitchell's pass is kicked by defense. It may be illegal, but still effective at stopping the pass. Man, I'm just going to ride these guys. Could have motivated them. Okay, another kick ball. I was going to call a 30-second timeout, but I guess we can't right now. We still have our full. No, we don't have a full. You only get... Oh! Your defensive foul, number 4 on Lockwood. You don't get your timeouts refilled at half. I thought you did. That's my bad. So I'm out of timeouts. I misplayed that again badly. I thought you get them per half. Is that really college basketball today? You don't get that many Charles Lake misses. You don't get that many timeouts. Wow. Down 18. Plenty of time left. Terrence Scholl's pass is kicked by the defense. I don't know. We got to get someone to contribute, though. Let's get Waylon George and Doug Price in. Try that lineup. We're kind of, their field goal percent is 66.7% compared to our 42%. They've been killing it. There's a 3 that's missed. Nick Connor with his second rebound. To Waylon George. They're running a 1-2-2 zone. Nick O'Connor kicks it back out. Mitchell from way downtown, rebounded by Chris Jackson. To Philip Chapman. There's a shot by Maynard Thornton. Long deuce. Javon Mitchell. Pass taken by George. Nick O'Connor. Come on, Nick. Goes to the rim. Kicks it back out. Lake from way downtown. That wasn't great. We're 7 for 21 from downtown. I mean, that's not what's killed us, though. It's our defense. Chapman fills it up. Now he's getting hot. Comes Javon Mitchell. To Nick. O'Connor's pass for Doug Price sails out of bounds. Come on, guys. Scream at Nick O'Connor. Not showing any response. Work the refs. The referee warns the coach. Let's try 5 out. Maybe instead of favoring outside, we hit more of a balanced attack, but I don't know. Nick O'Connor with his 3rd steal. And Doug Price throws down a jam from Nick O'Connor's assist. Nasty. Nick getting some steals. Ricky Wilson. Jordy Sullivan. Waylon George commits the foul. It's foul number 2 on him. Wow, Nick and Lake are beat. So let's give them a quick break. I don't think we're going to win this anyway. Ivan Carroll. And oh man, are we going to go really small? Tim Jones. Yeah, we're going really small. Let's move Javon Mitchell to the 3. Price and Carroll. We'll go for it. Trying anything at this point. Joel Boone comes in, yapping at the ref. There's a 3 by Ricky Wilson. He's got 16. Joel Boone again getting after the ref. Doug Price. Waylon George are playing 5 out. Ivan Carroll, we're not doing a great job at it. Price with the jumper, missed. Phillips dribbles to the top of the key. They're up 23, biggest lead of the game. Playing for our dignity at this point. Can't get anything going offensively, and our defense is just, 67% shooting. They hit another 3. Ricky Wilson. No momentum, really, but there you go. Jordy Smith commits the foul. Let's keep the same team out there. I got to use my timeouts better next game now that I know. Used to be back in the day, you get more timeouts each half, but Javon Mitchell. Wilson foul. That's number 3 on him. Nice. At the line. Javon Mitchell nails the first. Let's let this ride out. Javon Mitchell nails them both. Fall back into the 2-2-1 half-court trap. Trying to force some steals. They only have 8 turnovers to our 10. We have 0 blocks, which is crazy. Finally, Ivan Carroll gets a rebound. To Joel Boone, Waylon George in the corner. To Ivan Carroll. Doug Price. That's taken by Boone. To Javon Mitchell. Boone with the ball. Carroll from way downtown. Oh, we're down 21. I don't really think it's possible at this point, but especially with no timeouts. Oh, ref waving it off and calling it a travel. Let's ride the same team. They're in a man press. We're in 5 out. Down to Ivan Carroll. Over to Boone. Carroll with the ball. Carroll fancy dribbling. Oh, but his shot goes off the iron. at the rim. It's the first of two. Ivan Carroll showing some life here. That's nice to see. Instead of Mitchell, maybe bring in shoot, I don't know who to bring in. Let's just leave Mitchell out there. Try this half press again. We're down 19. To Scholl. Ref ignores Dougie Price. Let me work the ref here. Referee ignores the coach. Defensive rebound by Ivan Carroll. Joel Boone. Pass taken by Price. Boone catches the pass. Boone lets one go and misses. Long rebound. Dougie Price getting in the ref's ear. Kicked by the defense. Knocked away, but the refs call a kicked ball. I don't want, well, Javon Mitchell. Let's get, oh, Waylon George is already out there. I don't know. I'm not yet ready to give this one up for some reason. Let's throw in Curtis Muhammad. It's kind of giving up, but it's kind of trying to make something crazy happen. They don't have their starters in, I don't think. Well, they have two guys who are in double digits out there. Armstrong. 17-foot jumper. Here comes Joel Boone. Foul. They're in the bonus, so that's good at least. Joel Boone misses the first and won't get a second. We've been doing good with fouls this game. Unlike last game, steal by Joel Boone. Boone is... oh, the pass is deflected out of bounds. All right. We're down 21 still. Carroll. He's been... puts up a shot. Offensive rebound. Referee warned Doug Price. Boone's pass kicked and whistled dead. Playing a very small lineup. Curtis Muhammad. To Boone. Waylon George. Ivan Carroll. Ivan Carroll with the three. If only we had a timeout. Alright, so let's see here. We're down 18. Looks like the D is pretty good here. They're kind of out of sorts. Chapman trying to go to the hole. And gets a great look there and knocked it down. We're down 20. Joel Boone. To Waylon George. Boone lets a three go and nails it. We're down 17. That's as close as it's gotten for a long time. Carroll's charged with it. Foul number 1 on him. Only our third team foul. I don't even know if I want to bring Nick back. Just leave this unit out there. I guess we can bring Duplessis back for Waylon George. And Charles Lake for Boone. And we'll bring our starters back for one last crazy push. And leave Ivan Carroll out there. Oh, Curtis Muhammad gets a steal. Trying to earn some time out there. Charles Lake, White with the ball. It's White. Oh. Charles Lake. Lake lets one go. Misses. Down 17. Robert White with his 5th rebound, which is pretty nice. He's been playing good. Charles Lake to Duplessis, who's fresh off the bench. It's White. Charles Lake. Oh, Charles Lake, but can't get it to fall at the rim. I gotta work the ref there. He warned Charles Lake. He warned me. Robert White, another rebound. 4 minutes left in the game. Anything can happen. I got a technical in the first game. Maybe I should have got one here. Motivate my guys. Robert White takes a shot. No good. I want to thank you guys for joining me as well. Hope you enjoyed. It's still fun as heck, even if we lose. Because the game itself is fun. And it's not really about winning or losing. Really, this season, it's about not finishing last in the conference, which these games don't matter for that. These are out of conference, but still, it is very fun to play. I hope you guys are digging it too. Sullivan with a nice crossover. And shoot too. We'll bring Nick in for the last minute here. Let me see this P by P. Oh, look at that. It changes that. There are media timeouts. I think I'd rather that, actually. Play by play. Still playing 5 out. Curtis Muhammad advances the ball. Fancy dribbling, and Duplessis goes to the rim. We're down 17. 3 minutes left. It would take a miracle at this point, but if we can get a couple stops here, make a couple threes maybe. Like I said, a miracle. Chris Jackson down low. Will Phillips. They're using all of the clock smartly. And then probably going to score going to the rim. And he does. Finger roll for the basket. So, Charles Lake. I just don't want anyone to get injured at this point. Lake with a quick 3. Does not go. That's pretty much going to do it. Poor game by us. We only shot 40%. Foul. Basket doesn't go, but they shot 64%, which is insane. Especially when we went 71%, 20 for 28 from the free throw line. Like, we should have been able to win this. But anyway, let's get Brendan Freeman in there. Let's get Nick out of there and put in Steven Favors. Let's get Charles Lake out of there and put in Joel Boone. We'll leave Duplessis out there. Oh, wait, who else could be put in? Not Tim Jones, Doug Price. We'll just go with that unit. Wall sinks one from the charity stripe. And we'll just finish this out. Duplessis puts up a 3 and hits. 18-point game, though. Pretty much out of our... Ernie Lockwood drains the triple. Small forward. Joel Boone to Teron Duplessis. Brandon Freeman. Boone for 3, no good. Try more flex more next game, too. Go back to our flex a little bit. Ricky Wilson. And in practice, we have to focus more on Princeton and 5 out. Maybe get away from the flex entirely. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stick through to the end here. Chris Jackson, offensive board and putback. We'll get better as we go, hopefully. But like I said, still fun. Very interesting to play. Duplessis goes to the hole. Ernie Lockwood with the rebound. But, I'll get better with the timeouts each game and stuff like that. That's weird. You only get one timeout for the whole game? A full timeout? Did they do that to increase the pace or something? In the NCAA? Or Chris Jackson scores. We're down by the biggest deficit of the night of 25. Muhammad. Attacks the rim. Soft kiss off the square for 2. Curtis Muhammad didn't do too bad in his couple minutes out here. He had a steal as well. What's the matter, boo-boo? Video featuring Dougie, of course. He heard something or whatnot. Alright, so that will do it. We got out rebounded 34-17. That is crazy. There's another rebound for them. It's been the story. Pretty much the story of the game. We did end up with 7 steals. Matt Walls drills the trifecta. And Boone gets a 3 in to go. 8 points for him. And that'll do it. 99-76. Southern Panthers defeat the Maryland Eastern Shore Condors. Let's take a look at this post-game wrap-up. Let's see what it entails for us. If it lets us hit play. There we go. Yeah, so Javon Mitchell, 15 points. That was pretty good. Waylon George is 1 for 4. The real story, too, Nick O'Connor, 0 for 3 from the floor. 4 points, 2 rebounds, and assists. Did have 3 steals, but he was bad. He was so bad. Minus 20 even with him out there. Not that those stats are the end-all, be-all, but Duplessis led the way with, Javon Mitchell, 15. 2 assists and a steal. I'd like to see those assist numbers go up. Jerron Duplessis, though, 14, 4 turnovers. 10 points, 3 boards, 2 assists for Charles Lake, 4 assists for Duplessis. Might have to play him a little at point guard. Joel Boone had 4 assists, a steal to go with 8 points and 2 for 5 from 3. Ivan Carroll was 2 for 4 from 3, 8 points. A block, the only one we had of the game, and 3 rebounds. 2 points for Curtis Muhammad. And an assist and steal. It's nice to see. And Tim Jones in his limited minutes, 3 points. An assist and 4 rebounds. Yeah, Robert White had 6 rebounds to go with 7 points. 2 turnovers, but an assist and a steal. One of those rebounds being offensive. And they just dropped 5 different players in double digits with, was that Ricky Wilson with 19? They shot such a crazy high percentage. Thornton, Dawson, each had 10. They out-rebounded us like crazy. Yeah, it was good for them. All right, so that will do it. Player of the game, Chris Jackson, 13 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks, 3 steals. That is crazy stat stuffing. Lead changes were 2. It was never tied. We had a 3-point lead early, and we were down by as many as 26, lost by 23. Let's go. So, yeah, thank you guys for joining. Hope you still enjoyed. We're going to take some losses along the way. But we'll set up our practice plan for next time. We'll sim the day, and yeah, more to come, God willing. So until then, guys, be well, live well, stay well. Much love, peace, and joy. Got to take the L's with the W's in life and in this game as well. So yeah, catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Do hope you got something from it. Peace. Ciao for now. Another hour and a half.